everyone, thanks for joining me today. You're watching In Deep on the Delta, and today I'm going to talk to you about catching a 39-pound limit right here on the Delta. We're going to give you all the information that you need.
I do believe this is mine.
I thought you were going to let me hold it for a while.
No, here, I've got one for you.
This?
I'll take this. Thank you.
Let's cut this for a minute. I need a minute here. Okay, we're back, and we are going to talk about how you can catch a 39-pound limit here on the Delta. And I didn't tell you that I caught the 39-pound limit. I just said I was going to talk about catching a 39-pound limit. But guess what? Today I have the man that did it, and he's sitting right next to me. And we're going to be talking about how Bill Talley, and Bill, thanks a lot for coming on board with me. You're the man that not only got a 39-pound plus limit, but happened to do it on a tournament day. It's probably something you're never going to forget.
Oh, let me set this trophy down.
Yeah, it's probably getting a little heavy. I'm going to put mine down too. It's getting a little hot for me. But, that's something you probably never forget, huh?
Well, been fishing since 91 tournaments, and here it is 2022. Yeah. And my first.
Well, I started tournament fishing probably back in the 70s, and I still am looking for a 39-pound limit, especially during a tournament day.
It was awesome.
So we're back in April?
April 24th.
Okay, it's April 24th on the Delta, pre-spawn, 2-day new gen tournament, and it is a Pro-Am tournament. Bill is the amateur. First day you were 50 out of 54?
I was in 50th place, yeah.
Okay, probably not really happy with that, but
no,
you knew you had some work
we
cut
knew the
out.
bite was tough.
You come out the second day, and you draw as your pro JB, Jigs Ben.
Jigs Ben.
And Jigs is a professional from Oregon. And not a lot, I take it Jigs doesn't have a whole lot of time on the Delta.
On the Delta, not much.
Good angler, but not a lot of time on the Delta. You're a local guy, and one thing that I want to talk about or just relay to you, in the new gen system, it's combined weight. So the amateur and the pro have a real working relationship to put as much weight in the boat as they can, because they're going to be sharing the weight. And what'd you say, Jigs, how was he doing?
Jigs was, I think, in 23rd or 24th place. He had almost 16 pounds.
So you guys had some work to do, and I'm going to turn it over to you now. You draw JB, you get in the boat, you talk about what's going on, and let us know the whole scenario, how it unfolded, when you caught your fish, how you did it, and just give us a rundown of how you did it.
Well, he was telling me about this one area where he last 20 minutes of the day before he stuck a 6.5 on a Cinco. I said, okay. So he said, let's start there. I said, okay, now give me a breakdown on it. What is it? I know it's an opening between two islands, and you got the fish in between the opening. I said, does it have a bank that we could fish? Yeah. I said, okay, let's start down at the end, and we'll work our way up to that spot. Mm-hmm. He goes, okay. So we get up there. Well, once he figured out where it was at and how to get there, I said, oh, I know where we're at. So we pulled up and we started working it, and he was in kind of close. I said, pull out just a little bit. So he pulled out just a little bit, and I noticed the graph went from 12, 13 to 22. Mm-hmm. So I knew we had deep water access. So we started going up the bank. He's throwing the Cinco. I'm pitching the drop shot.
And you're fishing on the outside?
We're setting off fishing the outside up onto the flat. Mm-hmm. They had sparse tules on this whole flat. And with the drop shot, I can hit the little pockets better than he can with the Cinco. Well, we get up there about halfway. He throws the Cinco out. He's standing there talking to me. All of a sudden, his line takes off. He slams it. It's a 918.
So first fish of the day, 918.
918.
What time was that?
That must have been 7:30.
Okay, good way to start the day.
7:30, good way to start the day. So we got that one in. I took a nice picture of him with it. He was all excited, first time he's ever caught a 9-pounder.
And again, he's just throwing a Cinco.
6-inch Cinco, Texas weightless,
style. Okay.
on 65-pound braid.
Nothing that anyone else doesn't do out
Nothing.
here. Okay.
And I was just throwing the Margarita mutilated drop shot, hitting the pockets. So we get on up. We get about 3/4 of the way up, and I flip into the corner of a sparse Thule's, and I stick a 7.
And how far between these two fish? You got a 9 and a 7. You
9
got
and a
17, 16, 17
Oh, within
pounds. Yeah.
within 40 minutes.
Okay.
Within 40 minutes,
You're doing well.
we did well. So we had a 9 and a 7, and then I caught a couple of the smaller ones. We put them in the live well. We got up to the end of the berm, and I said, let's go back and make another run. He says, you think so? Yeah. So he wanted to turn around and go back. I said, no, fire up the big motor. Let's go down, come back up the same way. I said, but this time, what I want we need to do is get to an area, hit the spot lock, and work it slowly, because you were dead sticking that Cinco when he hit. So we found that the longer we let it sit there, it increased our odds.
Okay. And that's the first thing I want everybody to realize, local knowledge. You knew kind of what the situation was out here, and instead of repeating the exact same you're repeating the exact same drift, but you slowed down and just worked the worm slower. Local knowledge pays off.
Yeah. So we started going up. Well, we get into a spot. He put spot lock on, and we worked I'd say about a 90-degree angle. He'd work that area, and I'd work the other 90. So we covered 180 degrees. We didn't get anything. Pull up about another 50 feet, spot lock it, work that area, and then guess what? He sticks a 947.
2 9s.
2 9s now.
Okay.
Now we have 2 9s.
And you guys have to be feeling pretty good. You got 2 9s and a 7. I'm
Oh,
trying.
yeah, and a
that's
couple of-
18. That's 26, 27 pounds.
That's
and
right.
your first hour.
Oh, maybe that might be about the first 2 hours.
Okay, 27
It was a slow
pounds.
bite.
Yeah,
We slowed.
but you got to be happy with that.
Oh yeah. So then now we move up another 50 feet, spot lock it, we work it. I stick about a 2.5, so we throw them in the live well, and then we go up. We're about 3/4 of the way up, and he throws right next to the Thule's on this one, and he sticks our second 7.
Jeez.
And it was on. It was fighting, getting it out of the Thule's. We netted it. So now we got 2 9s, 2 7s, and a 2.5.
Now, how far? You're talking about fishing this bank. How far is this? 100 yards? Is it a couple hundred yards?
Couple of 100 yards.
Okay, so you're real.
Yeah.
You're not moving out of the area.
No,
You're just
well, I
fishing
mean,
the same
it's
bank.
time. We're slow.
And you got 2 9s, 2 7s, and a 3. Well, how much is
Basically.
it? That's over 30 pounds right
That's
there.
over 30 pounds.
You got to be feeling pretty darn good.
Yeah, we're feeling pretty good. And then so I looked back, and a boat had pulled in and was fishing that opening.
Mm-hmm.
And JB's going, oh man, they're going to mess up our. And then I was watching them. Well, they come back out. They went down our magic bank, but they were flipping the Thule's. They were right up next to the bank. And I told JB, they have no idea that the fish are behind them.
Another thing, repeat that.
The fish were behind them.
Think about that when.
That's why we
yeah.
were setting off and not throwing all the way to the bank. We were throwing 3/4 or halfway up to this flat.
fishing the outside edge of it. And how deep was that outside edge?
That outside edge, I went back a couple of weeks later, and it was anywhere from 2.5 to 4 feet.
Okay, so
Then
not real deep water. It's
not
relative deep water,
sparse
not
Thule's.
10, 12, 15 feet. And you guys were drop shotting and worming.
And
never
throwing a
changed.
Cinco.
Okay.
You know, and I could have thrown a Cinco, but you never want to throw the same thing that your partner's throwing. I already
idea.
stuck a 7, so I said, well, it's got the capability. So we worked it. Then we went and worked another section, but we never left eyesight of that bank. We went and worked other areas, never got bit. Water. Now it's about 130. and we're going along. We're not getting bit. And I said, JB, we're spinning our wheels here. I said, we need to go back and make another pass on that third time's a charm. I said, I'm sitting here calculating the weight. I've got enough. I think I'm in the lead. But I think you need another big one, because that second place guy, the guy that was leading, he's on the fish, and you're 10 pounds behind him. You got to make up that 10 pounds and overtake. I said, we need another big fish. You think we'll get another one? I said, let's go make a third pass. So around the corner we went. We got about halfway up, and JB stuck at 653, and it was on. And that fish was hot. She was hot.
That gave you your 39.3 or what?
39.37.
39.37, and then you felt pretty comfortable.
Oh yeah, I mean, after I netted it, I set the net down, and I pointed to him. I said, "You just won." Then here's where the drama come in. Now he wants to go in. It's like 2:15. I said, "No, let's make another pass. I'll get you a 10-pounder." But being as smart as he was, and as long as he said, when you get a bag like we got right now, you got to get within trolling motor distance of the weigh-in.
Absolutely.
I said, JB, I said, I think you're right. I don't think we're going to call out a 6.5. I said, there's good possibility I could get one, if you. No. So 2:20, we heading into the weigh-in. Weigh-in was at 3:30. We get there so early, the check-in boat's not even there.
Sure.
So we sat outside where the check-in boat was, and he's catching fish. Yeah, I think he caught a 3.5 pounder, just throwing a single. I'm just sitting here watching the fish, keeping an eye on them, make sure they're okay, make sure we got enough live well stuff in there. Well, finally we seen the check-in boat. I think we were the first ones to check in, and we idled on back, got back to slip number 7, lucky 7, pulled in. We got back there. It was 10 minutes to 3. So now the first flight's starting to weigh in. Well, up on top of the dock, up there, they got a pole that they hang the bags on. So
you're watching every bag.
Well, I told him. He said, we'll weigh in. I said, no, let's wait to hear what the weights are. Let's see how the day's gone for the other people. JB goes, go get our bags. It's like 3:20. So I go up there. I get 5 bags.
That's bad for other people.
And I bring it back. And at 3:30, he's squirming over there now. He's itchy. I said, okay, let's weigh in. So he's dipping the bags, filling them up with water. And I'm standing there holding all the bags. But these guys next to us, they're putting all their stuff up. And I said, JB says, you ready? I said, yeah, I better get mine first, because that's my big fish. So he reaches in, pulls out that 7. I put it in the bag, and I hold it. The guy next to us, he looked. He kind of glanced over. Oh, that's a nice fish. Then he reaches in, pulls out that 6.5. We put it in another bag. Well, his ears went up like a cat, or like a rabbit. His ears going like. And then he reaches in, and he pulls out the third 7. And the guy goes, wow, you got some nice fish. I said, these are the little ones. I said, JB, pull out our next smallest. So he reaches in, pulls out that 918.
Yeah.
And they're going, holy crap. And then I said, well, that's not even the big one. Then JB pulls out the 947. Their jaws hit the ground. Oh, my God. Oh, man. They go, 5 bags? I said, yeah, 5 bags. Now, the funny part was, JB's got a bad knee, so he has a brace on his knee. Well, I let him carry, he's a disabled veteran like me, so I let him carry the 2 9s. I carried the 3 7s. Have you ever seen 2 old men carrying 5 bags, walking on we get to that stair step to go up, and it was like 2 miles long, but we made it up. Now we huffed and puffed over to the tanks. Well, JB went to the second tank. I put the 3 in the first tank. Well, there was a group of guys standing over there. One of the guys come over and said to JB, looked at his bait, said, "You got a couple of nice fish. What boat number are you?" He goes, 20. He goes, "Oh, nice fish." Then he comes over, sees I got 3 bags. He says, "Wow, you got some nice fish too. What boat number are you?" I said, 20. He goes, "You're boat 20? He's boat 20? You got 5 bags?" I said, "Yes, sir." He goes, "Oh my God." Well, he went over there to tell the group of guys. And it just so happens the one pro that had 49 pounds was standing there.
Uh-oh.
He didn't like the looks of that. So we struggled, but we got up on stage and we started pulling those fish out. The crowd was just hee-hawing, screaming, yelling, and there was the tray that they put the fish in. They were such big fish in there, they couldn't even put the lid on top. Fish hanging out everywhere.
Wow.
And it just.
And the rest is history.
Rest is history.
39-3, you guys won.
Yeah.
Man, I'll tell you, great story. Thanks for coming aboard and sharing that with me.
Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoy that. You know, you've been fishing a long time. That doesn't happen every day.
No.
I'm just smiling
It was
over here
just
because I'm
timing.
happy
Just
listening
timing.
to you have that day and be,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
going to be something you never forget.
Well, I
And,
had a good partner.
You used about a gallon of gas all day.
If that, yeah.
If that. You know, the fish are out there. Sometimes it's just a matter of slowing down. It's going with your instincts. You're fishing with, what, robo worms and Senkos?
Senkos, yeah.
Man, that'll do the trick out here.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate you letting me hold your trophy. Hopefully I can get a picture of that,
Oh, yeah.
with me holding it. And I'll throw this thing overboard or something. But thanks a lot, man.
Thank you, Steve.
All right, Bill, let's go out and, we caught, we must have had a good 4-pound limit this morning, didn't we?
Yeah, the bite was on.
Oh yeah, we had about, maybe 15 fish for 4 pounds?
Oh, I lost a good one.
Oh, you did,
I
but
lost a good one on drop
it
shot.
wasn't 39 pounds.
No, it wasn't 39.
We're going to go out and try to bring that 4 pounds up to 39.
Yeah.
And, all right, thank you guys for watching.
you.
Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. We'll see you guys on the water.